that I really got a lot out of, and the audience will as well. You wrote an article here that I want to bring up on screen a little bit. Pragmatists versus Hardliners. The right-wing vanguard has split into two distinct groups. And I'm going to read a little bit of it here for our audience. I've been throwing around a bunch of different descriptors for what I called in my title the hardline right, but I can't figure out any that I love. I'm open to suggestions. What I'm referencing in my title is the current disagreement that has effectively split the dissident right, or anti-establishment right, in two distinct camps. This split had existed, but was exacerbated after Donald Trump returned to the Oval Office in January of 2025. The split had previously taken other forms and centered around whether one was skeptical or concerned about Trump's sometime cozy relationship with Israel and its lobbies, and most supportive politicians, and also those who disagreed over whether or not to counter-signal Trump, Vance, and other key MAGA figures. What I call the pragmatic right, of course, which I tend to be a part of, though I sometimes see merits in the concern of the hardliners, does generally not obsess over Israeli and Jewish influences over the American government. We would rather not be involved in Middle Eastern affairs, but don't hyper-focus on word or action that Trump says or does pertaining to that part of the globe. The pragmatists want Trump to effectively wield executive power to make life better here in America, particularly for heritage Americans who have been under attack from the left and mainstream right for years, particularly in the form of replacement migration, job outsourcing, and I have some other screenshots here. Yep. And let's see, reverse discrimination, job outsourcing, FYI, is just plain discrimination as a result of civil rights legislation. Pragmatists were very much in favor of the signing of the BBB simply because of the massive funding hike for ICE. Sure, they didn't love all the usual pork that goes along with huge bills, but understand that Trump, the consummate deal maker, had to include enough little juicy nuggets to entice all but two Republican representatives to go along with it. Understanding the reality of the current political situation, further inflating the deficit, was more than worth intensifying the battle against illegal immigration. A common refrain from this camp is that America can come back from a financial crisis, not a demographic one. Hardliners seem to live and die with every single word and decision coming from the president and his administration. So, real quick, I wanted to discuss this with you because I will say, and I said this in the prep a little bit, I think we're very simpatico. I would also put myself pretty firmly in that pragmatic